You're about to listen to an excerpt of Secret City Geek Lab, Orange County's best in geek news and pop culture features, broadcasting live every Sunday at 3 p.m. on KTST Anaheim.com. Well, it's Independent Film Spotlight, and today we are at the press conference with actress and comedian Kristen Wiig and actor and filmmaker Sebastian Silva, and they were there to talk about their movie Nasty Baby, which is in theaters now, mostly at art houses around, probably in New York and LA. And it is also going to be available video on demand next Friday, so on your all video on demand platforms, and that's a good way to see it. Nasty Baby is an award-winning festival favorite by Sebastian Silva, who made the movie The Maid. Nasty Baby centers on three characters: Freddy, played by Silva, a Brooklyn-based artist who, with his boyfriend Mo, played by Tunde Adebimpe, and their best friend Polly, played by Kristen Wiig. They're trying to have a baby, and as the trio deals with the complications of conception and creating the new normal family, their bliss is clouded by a series of confrontations with an annoying neighbor who might just be a madman. Again, the movie was written and directed by Sebastian Silva. It's highly improvised. The cast includes the three I mentioned: Kristen Wiig, Sebastian Silva, Tunde Adebimpe, and it runs an hour and 40 minutes. Now, Nasty Baby is not your traditional film and falls aptly in the category of an independent film. The film is mostly a slice of life of three friends trying to have a baby together as they live in Brooklyn. And, like I said, the movie is highly improvised. There's just basically a structure of the story that they wanted to tell. But what you do see is, through this improvised form of acting, just three people relating to each other and trying to have a baby in Brooklyn. Now, the movie is not a political film. It's not about the merits of gay parenting. It's not necessarily. It really isn't there to serve as a statement as here is the movie that says it's okay. It just accepts the fact that nowadays, gay couples can have kids, and oftentimes they go to a third party. So it's the idea of three-parent parenting, so to speak. They go to a friend who will carry that child. But it's not a political statement. What the movie really, if you look at it, is explores the gentrification of Brooklyn. Gentrification, mostly meaning watching Brooklyn slowly transform itself into a hipster middle-class community. And what happens to the current residents of Brooklyn during this transformation. And that's where you have this kind of hipster trio kind of colliding in with the regulars in Brooklyn, and just trying to work together to coexist amongst each other while change happens around them. The movie does not have a traditionally linear storyline, but it does have three likable characters that you want to follow in their world and see their characters challenged, and the movie will actually put them to a big challenge near the end. Let's see. Our review of Nasty Baby is going to come next week, but what I have for you now is the press conference in which I got to talk with Kristen Wiig and Sebastian Silva, along with a bunch of other reporters, and I got to actually ask two questions. What made you approach Kristen about the role, and how far down the list was she?
No. No, as we said, it was just Alia, my friend Alia. She's like my closest friend here in LA, and I was looking for an actress, and I had a weird experience with Katie Holmes. I'm not going to talk about that because that was traumatic. But then, I was kind of lost, and like we were just, and then Alia told me about Kristen, and then I'm so ignorant, right? I had no idea who Kristen was, but I don't know who anyone is, right? So I went and then looked her up, and then I'm like, what? She's like a genius. She's the funniest woman alive. And I was so nervous to talk with her, and then we talked on the phone, and we clicked so quickly, and then we met in an opening, and then I started tickling you or something, and then that's how we closed the deal. No, it was it was that easy. I mean, honestly.
I started tickling.
Yeah, and you're like, I did it. Yeah, it was a tickle attack that made her say yes. It was really that simple. Like, I was not considering that many people. But yeah, it was through Alia.
Was there a pitch involved?
We just have time for 2 more questions.
Was there a pitch? I guess you read some. Did you read something about Nasty Baby before we talked?
I think
Or you had just watched Crystal
I
Fairy?
watched it the first time we talked. I don't think I read anything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
It was a very easy story to pitch too, you know. It was not like in broad terms, and I think it was. I was so happy to have Kristen because of the improv sort of aspect of the film, you know, and the fact that we got along so easily. That it was a really clear sign that it was meant to be.
I guess I have a lot of friends who are used to the traditional movie model, and independent films are always hard to sell to them. How would you encourage the average moviegoer to see Nasty Baby?
I mean, to be completely honest, I think what I like the most about Nasty Baby is how it leaves your morals hanging. You're like, what do I make out of these characters? You know, but then we cannot tell them that because then we will give away the murders.
Yeah.
So we have a problem. I don't know. I mean, I feel that I'm not gonna like fight against blockbusters, or I don't feel. Yeah.
Well, but like, don't I don't know. Don't people want to see something different?
No.
I know that's why I'm posing it as a question.
Exact
But something different and that makes them think, and that I don't know. It's like people. Our hair isn't perfect. It's real. It's a great story. It's a different kind of film, and for me, I'm like, why wouldn't anyone want to go see something like that?
I mean, it's dealing with like a lot of like it's not. It was never to be conceived as a political film at all, but it has very sort of contemporary like subjects like gentrification and gay parenting, you know, and like I feel that people in general have a tendency to avoid subjects that touch them deeply that way. You know, they just want to see sort of like Spider-Man like just flying, you know, around in buildings and like exploding things because it doesn't really relate to them as a person. So it is a movie for people that are interested in going sort of like inside when they watch a movie and not so much outside. It's not so much an evasion, but more like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I invite people.
Don't miss your favorite movie reviews and interviews. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and be sure to like and comment about this excerpt. Enjoy.